Hello, welcome back to the Traveling Yoga Mat. I'm Amanda, and today I want to guide you through a hip opener flow. You can do this in your living room space and anywhere that you have space to sprawl out. If you'd like, you can use support like a cushion, a block, bolsters, but it's not required for this practice. So as always, if you feel any limitations in your body, please listen to that. This just serves as a guide for you so that you can open up and feel good and feel refreshed. So let's get started. We'll start seated with the soles of the feet together. Let the knees splay out. Rest the hands on the shins here. Gentle grip on those shins. Draw the shoulders down. Sit the spine up tall. Close the eyes for just a moment here. Be aware of the shape of your body and start to be aware of the breath. And then starting to deepen the inhales through the nose if that's accessible today. And as you exhale, ground through the sits bones into the mat, into the earth, relaxing the shoulders down, relaxing the facial muscles, and rolling through a few more rounds of your breath. Maybe that H-A, ha sound as you sigh out that exhale. Inhale, sitting up tall. Exhale. All right, let's fold over the legs. Maybe gently flutter the eyelids open. Perhaps walking the hands out in front of you. Slightly leading with the chest. Shining that chest toward the ground. Roll the shoulders back a little bit. And let the knees relax downward. Gently roll it up. All right, let's send the right leg long, left leg stays to the inside of that right thigh. We'll frame the shoulders toward the right toes. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, fold toward that right leg. So let's take 3 more breaths here. All right, let's bring that leg back so that it's on the mat here. And maybe right here we bring both hands to the hips and see if we can use our core, use our leg muscles and some momentum to sit up. So we're gonna kneel on that left knee. So the entire sole of the right foot plants on the mat. Tuck the back toes. And then we'll drop the right hand down, reach the left fingertips up and over toward the right. Maybe you look up toward the ceiling, opening the chest, cactus that top arm. Breathe and extend the arm up and over. Breathe out, cactus, shine the palm toward the ceiling. Breathe and lengthen. Breathe out, cactus, and open. One more. All right, reach it up and over. Gate pose, and then we'll bring both hands in front of us. You might want to walk it back a little bit so that the hands are somewhat on the mat. And then we'll drop the belly, look up, find cow pose. Exhale, tuck chin toward chest, push the mat away. Cat pose. Roll through some cat-cows, breathing in, breathing out. All right, we'll find a neutral spine. Let's go ahead and walk our fingertips to the inside of that right foot. We're gonna swivel around. So let's see if we can find a half splits here. So take your time, set it up, and we're gonna frame that front foot. So see if you can guide the right heel inward so that the heel is in front of the right hip. And then breathe and find length. And exhale, gently fold, reaching the crown of the head toward the flexed toes. All right, we're gonna shift it forward. Come off the back knee, high lunge here. Keep the fingertips on the mat, but try to hover the torso maybe slightly off of the right thigh. And then once you found your foundation through the feet, rise up. It's okay to lose your balance a little bit. High lunge, biceps by the ears, maybe sit just a smidge lower. Beautiful, let's drop the back knee, untuck the back toes, heel toe that front leg out. Toes come off the mat, heel is in, and let's bring the hands to the inside of that right leg. Let's come to lizard lunge. Breathe in and out, shift the hips side to side. And you can take this as wide or as narrow as feels good. In the legs. Maybe flip the fingertips to face you, gently stretching through the wrists. Maybe pick up one wrist and the other. And then reset those hands, fingertips point toward the front, and we can stay right here. Or we can gently shift it backwards so that the left hip is over the left knee, and then shift it forward, just resetting into our lizard lunge. Rock it side to side. All right, shifting the hips back, let's heel toe that right foot in, and then we're gonna swivel it back toward the left side of the mat, so back to where we started. Let's bring that left heel underneath us so we can just sit right back down into our one-legged seat. All right, let's swap out the legs. Left leg goes long here, give yourself some space. We'll inhale, frame shoulders toward left toes. Exhale, fold. And just enjoy the stretch. Flex those left toes back. Breathe, lead with the chest. See if you can gently guide that right shoulder in line with the left. Feel the stretch along the side body. And then roll up slowly. All right, bring that left foot back. See if you can situate yourself onto the mat so that you have space. And then perhaps bring both hands to the hips. If not, you can use the hands on the mat to help guide you. We're gonna shift our torso forward and lift up, coming into gate legs. So flex the right toes back behind you. Now the right ankle is in line with the right knee. The sole of the left foot is down on the mat. Let's take gate pose. Left hand down, right fingertips up toward the ceiling, off to the left. Breathe in, breathe out, cactus that top arm, open it up. Breathe in, extend. Breathe out, open up. Breathe in and out. This is the final time. Let's reach it up and over. And we'll windmill, both hands in front of us. Scooch back just a bit. And we'll find our modified cat-cow. So breathing in, dropping belly, look up. Breathing out, tucking everything in. Let's do 2 more rounds with your breath. All right, nice work. Let's go ahead and walk it toward the back of the mat. And we're gonna find our half splits. So get that right knee under the right hip. We're gonna walk that left heel in so that it's in line with the left hip. Framing the front leg, take that fold. Beautiful. All right, maybe drag the heel back just a little bit. We're gonna plant the foot on the ground. Frame that foot. We'll come up off the back knee and see if you can hover. Bring the fingertips to the mat, strong through the feet. Shoulders roll back, spine is long, and then rise up with control. Amazing, maybe get just a little bit lower. Maybe a little bit lower. And then lower back knee down, untuck those toes. Let's heel toe that foot to the outside edge of the mat. We're finding lizard lunge. Bring the hands to the inside of that foot. Let this feel good. Maybe rock side to side. Turn the fingertips to point toward that right knee. Maybe get a bit of a wrist stretch. Reset the hands. And maybe shift the hips back, straightening out that front leg, but keeping a slight bend. And shifting it forward if that feels okay today. Taking 2 more. Rolling through half splits to lizard lunge. All right, beautiful. Let's heel toe that foot in, and we're gonna sit the hips back and find our way back to our gate legs. We'll bring our right heel in this time, sit it on down, stretch out the legs, cross at the ankles and come into a tabletop here. Bump the hips left and right, left and right. Take big circles with the hips. And then we'll tuck the toes behind us, lift the knees and hips, come into downward dog. Press into the mat, really elongating the spine, draw the shoulders away from the ears. Maybe shrug them up just to see what that feels like, and then lower them down. Lift the right leg, bend at the knee, maybe stack the hips, open it up. And then square off those hips again. Let's set up for pigeon pose. So right knee toward right wrist, and you can also opt for figure 4 here if you'd rather be on your back today. There can be a nice bend in that right knee as long as there's no pinching, pressure, or pain. And we can stay up on our hands, breathing in and out here, awake pigeon. Even walking the fingertips back a little bit, getting that nice lumbar stretch. That back bend, but just being mindful of any uncomfortable sensations and backing off where needed. Lowering down to the elbows, if that feels okay today. And just go as far as feels good. Breathe in and out, let the body relax completely. Feeling sensations in the hip, and otherwise letting the muscles relax. We'll stay here another minute. If you'd like to shift around, you always can do that, even wiggling the toes or shifting gently side to side. Release the tension in the jaw. We'll slowly start to find our way back to the elbows if you came all the way down, and back to the hands. Tucking the back toes, sliding the back knee up. We'll see if we can find a downward dog from here. So straightening out that back leg and then bring that knee in toward the body. Maybe take that three-legged dog, stretching it out. And when you're ready, set the foot down. If you'd like, you can go for a chaturanga, perhaps shifting forward into a plank, maybe slightly forward of that, and then lowering halfway or all the way. If you went all the way, make sure to stay down in low cobra. If you went halfway, you can take upward dog, which is when the thighs and the knees are off of the mat. And then we can take the hips up and back, maybe transitioning to tabletop or child's pose, taking it to downward dog. Let's lift the left toes. Stack the hips, open it up, bend the knee, roll the ankle. And then re-squaring those hips, we'll set up for pigeon on this side. Take your time. Taking 2 breaths in awake pigeon. Lower the body as far as you'd like today on this side. Holding pigeon for extended periods can be a yin pose where we get deep into the tissues, really allowing the hips to slowly release. Opening up in places that we don't usually tap into. And really undoing the effects of sitting, even walking without stretching, being stagnant in the hips. And just increasing our mobility in the hips can support us when we are doing things like running or weightlifting. And it's also said that the hips hold a lot of emotional tension, so maybe it can be a bit of therapy as well. Just under a minute here. All right, take your time, making your way up and out. And we'll find our downward dog again. Take three-legged dog, stretch out that left leg. And then set it down, pedal out the feet. All right, from here we're gonna find our seat, so we can either look toward the front of the mat and step our way to the top of the mat and then cross at the ankles, come to sit on the seat, or we can look forward, gently shift forward, lift the heels high, bend the knees, and maybe you jump through the hands or to the hands and come to the seat, however you wanna get there. Once we're down in our seat, reach the fingertips forward. We'll roll back down to our mats. Use the core, take your time. Landing when you land, bend up the knees, bring the feet as wide as the mat, and then let the knees rest to touch in the center. Just enjoying the sensation of being on your back. You can keep the eyes open or shut them. All right, we'll heel toe those feet in and we'll hug the knees in. Let's drop the right sole of the foot down on the mat and we'll cross the left knee over the body off to the right side. We'll find a twist. Maybe goalpost that left arm, gaze drops to the left. Just a few breaths here. All right, bring those legs back up, maybe using the help of the hands. Come back to the back, press both soles of the feet into the mat, press the lower back into the mat, rock side to side. And this time we'll pick up the right knee, sole of the left foot stays on the mat, and we'll cross it over the body. Twisting toward the left this time, cactus that right arm. Okay, coming back to center. Let's hug the knees in. We'll find happy baby, grab for the outside edges of the feet. Maybe sway side to side. And once you find stillness, maybe you guide the shoulder blades into the mat. Guide the tailbone closer to the mat, gluing the spine onto the mat. Beautiful, let that go. Bring the soles of the feet together. We're gonna take a reclined butterfly. The hands can rest on the legs. Let the elbows splay out, close the eyes here. Maybe part the lips, relax the face. And then slowly start to bring the knees in, maybe keeping the eyes closed. Hug the knees one more time, lift the head, squeeze it all in. And then let it go. We'll take our final resting pose. Savasana, so you can use props or blankets or lie in any position here that feels good for you. Take up space. And just allowing ourselves to exist here. Releasing the tongue from the roof of the mouth. Start to deepen the breath. Of course, you can stay here as long as you'd like. But if you're ready, I'll guide you. Just start wiggling the fingers, the toes, shifting around gently. Maybe rolling the wrists, the ankles. When you're ready, bending at the knees, rolling to one side. Press up to a seat, eyes open or closed, right back where we started. Hands together in front of the chest. And just checking in. Notice how you feel now versus when we started this practice together. And I hope that you'll join me in the future. I hope that you'll watch past videos, and I hope that you have a lovely rest of your day. Thank you so much. Bye for now.